Peter actually kind of gets down on his knees.
This was Trent last Sunday, sitting independently in church. Now, the backstory to this, I've debated whether or not to do a video about it, but I really think it's very sweet and it shows how much he's grown even at 25 years old. A few weeks ago, I was sitting in church with Trent. Typically, we sit in the back at this table. He likes to sit at the table so he can put his stuff out, and I sit by him. And out of nowhere, he grabbed my face very hard and caused me to like stand up and jerk, and I knocked over my water, and it was a big commotion. And I sat back down. I said, "Trent, no." And he came after me again. And I said, "Trent, we're going home." He said, "No." And I said, "Yes, we're going home." So we got up and left. And on the way home, I told Trent, "You hurt Mom's nose." Because he really did. It really did hurt. And he said, "Owie, owie." I said, "Mom's going to be okay, but you can't hurt Mom." And so we got home and went about our business. He was doing fine. I was fixing lunch, and he came up to me and he said, "Hug." And it's the first time ever he has come and asked for a hug. I mean, he likes to hug, but he has never asked for a hug. And he hugged me very, very gently. And he gently stroked my nose. And it was the sweetest thing. He was telling me he was sorry. He has never apologized. I mean, not with words or like this with actions. And it was so powerful. And I almost cried, and I said, "Thank you, Trent. Thank you. Mom's going to be okay." And so then I came downstairs to make the bed, and a few minutes later he came down and he stood there in front of me again, and he said, "Hug," and he wanted to do it again. And I said, "Thank you, Trent. Mom's going to be okay." And so the next Sunday, I kind of prepared him ahead of time. I said, "Trent, do you want to sit up front with your sister and Easton?" And he said yes. And so the next 2 Sundays he sat up front with his sister and brother-in-law, and that went okay. But then last Sunday he wanted to sit at the back table again. I said, "Okay, Trent, do you want Mom to sit with you or not?" And he said, "Not." So I said, "Okay." So I sat a little ways from him in the back, and so I could see him, but he couldn't really see me. And he sat there by himself. He rocked. He did fine. At one point, he turned around to look for me, and he acted like he needed something. So I went over there to him. I said, "Do you want to set your timer?" And he said yes. So I told him how long to set his timer for. And he set it and went back to my seat, and he did great. And so maybe he just needed some space from me. Maybe he just needed some independence. I don't know. But whatever it was, I'm so super proud of him for, one, apologizing to me and understanding that he needed to do that. And then 2, for wanting to be independent. That's okay. He doesn't need me by his side all the time. I think it's good. I'm not offended. I know he still loves me, but I'm just super proud of him.
Jesus is somebody special. Like, he's listened to the things that Jesus has said.